What is the difference between a subscription model and someone paying you installments? And why does it matter so much legally? Let's find out in this episode. Hey there! I'm so happy that you're joining for another exciting episode of the Conscious Counsel podcast. It's me, your host and lawyer, Corey Sterling from Conscious Counsel. I am excited to share some awesome, super fun information that's going to help you protect and grow your wellness business with both confidence and clarity. That's why I run my business. That's why I take the time to record this. I'm always going through very, very, very interesting legal situations with my clients, and I want to share with you so that you can stay protected, so that you can grow your business in the wellness industry with both confidence and clarity. In this week's episode, I want to talk about the difference between a subscription model and allowing people to pay in installments, and how and why they're different, and how they're influenced by click-to-cancel laws which recently came in, and the reason why you should care and you should listen up real good. If you accept payments on a monthly basis from people, whether it's a subscription or whether it's payment in installments, whatever it is, there are legal differences and they're very, very important. And I want you to keep your money. I want you to keep your money. That's why I'm taking the time to record this episode. So what's at stake here is you keeping your money and the money staying in your bank account for the services that you provide to people. As always, I'm going to start off by talking about the general ideas and the distinctions at law. I'm going to share a story of mine that I went through with a client, and then I'm going to wrap it all together so you have all the wonderful information taken care of for you. Okay, so we're talking about two different things here, okay? They both look the same. And what they are is, if you're getting paid on a monthly basis from people, either they're paying you for something like a membership, so think of a yoga studio membership or a gym membership or a Pilates membership or whatever it is. They're paying something. They're paying $100 and they get one class a week with a maximum of 4 classes in a month. Awesome. That's a subscription. So there's nothing that you're doing up front. There's nothing that you're offering up front. Each month they have the possibility to continue or to not continue their membership, depending on the rules of what the membership are. Okay, that's model number one. Model number one is people are coming to your studio, they're paying $100 and they're getting 4 sessions, 1 a week. Awesome. That's a subscription model. Perfect. Another possibility that sometimes look the same but legally is very, very different is you allow someone to enter your program. You've got a coaching program, you've got whatever it is, a teacher training program, it could be something. And the cost of the program is $100, but you're letting people pay in 4 installments of $25 each, right? So cool, you're getting everything up front. We're starting the coaching right away. And I'm going to let you pay $25 on October 1st and $25 on November 1st and $25 on December 1st and $25 on January 1st. That is allowing someone to pay in installments. And legally, it's really, really important that your agreement distinguishes between these two different types of services. And I'm going to explain why. At the start of the year, the Federal Trade Commission put in these new rules called the click-to-cancel rules. And I've spoken about click-to-cancel, but I'm going to just explain again because it's relevant and it's important. Now, the click-to-cancel rules apply to any subscription that people have and the ability for them to cancel that subscription. So I'm a member at your studio. I pay you $100 a month for 4 classes, 1 class a week per month, and it costs me $100 and I pay on the 1st of every month. I decide on November 30th, actually for December, I'd rather use my money to go buy Christmas gifts, so I'm not going to continue this membership, and now I want to stop. Click to Cancel is all about making it very, very easy for people to cancel their agreements. So, okay, I was on the subscription. You have to make it super easy. It has to be the same way that they signed up. It has to be visible. There has to be a hyperlink. Everything that needs to be there. Awesome. Done and taken care of in that. That's all of that's click to cancel, right? Now, within the click to cancel issues or the world around a subscription method, the problem is sometimes people will sign up for a period of time, like they'll sign up for 12 months, which the cost of a 12-month membership where I get 4 classes per month at $100, that's the price if I sign up for 12 months. But if I sign up for 6 months, it's actually $150 and I'm getting the same thing. And so one of the issues that we have that has come up with me and my clients is, okay, cool, we've got a subscription method and I paid you $100, but now I'm actually, after 6 months, I'm stopping. So I paid you $100 a month because that's what we agreed for 12 months, where if I had signed up for the actual time that I used it, which was 6 months, the amount should be $50 more per month, right? Everyone's with me. I'm trying to make the math super basic. And so the issue that's happening now is click-to-cancel laws heavily favor consumers and makes it very, very easy for people to cancel. But when they do, now they're canceling, but they're not paying the difference of what they owed for the actual term that they used the services. And this is a big, big issue that I'm seeing with my clients in the membership space. Okay, so the rules around how to deal with that are very, very important because you need to make sure that your membership agreement explicitly states what happens if someone breaks the contract early. So what happens if you sign up for 12 months but end up after 6? We have a separate schedule with the different prices of what 6 months is, of what 3 months is, of what 12 months is. And you have to pay the difference in order to be able to get out of the contract. Very, very important. The legal distinction is very important. And this is how you keep your money. Now, when you're on a payment and installment plan, which means you're offering the services up front. So again, it's a coaching program. You get all these free downloads and a workbook and a this and a that. And the cost is $1,000, but I'm letting you pay over 4 months. We run the risk that someone cancels after the second month, right? They've made one payment, they get all these things from you, and now they're like, actually, I don't want to continue with this. Click to cancel should support me, and because this is a subscription, I can cancel how and when I like. Now, legally, what you have to do is make sure that your agreement specifically outlines the price of the course, how the payments are made, and specifically what happens if someone does not want to continue and the amount owing. Because I went through this with a client where they sell a coaching program. They allow people to pay in installments. The person canceled after 2 months of a 12-month program and said, actually, no, click to cancel says that I'm allowed to do this. So now I'm actually allowed to back out and not have to pay you any of this amount. And I've gotten all these resources, but I've only paid 1/12 of the price. Not cool. No bueno. I don't want that for anybody. So all of this being said, it's really, really important that the contract specifically outlines and explains this is not a subscription method. We are giving you 12 months worth of value, the cost of $1,000. We're giving you that up front. We are allowing you to pay in installments. If you want to stop and quit the program early, awesome. Go ahead and do it. But you've purchased something for this price. We're allowing you to space that pricing out, but you have to pay that full price. And if you do not, we reserve the right to make a claim against you, include our legal fees, include whatever process was required in order for us to get the funds, because we're selling you something and just allowing you to pay it over time. And click to cancel rules cannot apply to that. So that's the really, really, really big distinction that you have to understand. And if you're listening to this and you work in health and wellness, there's a very high chance that you either have memberships or you allow people to pay payment in installments method, right? So firstly, the contract has to distinguish between both. And secondly, in either situation, you have to explicitly outline, okay, cool, this is the membership. You signed up for this time. If you terminate early, there's a penalty payment. The fees will be adjusted as with what's included in the schedule. Conversely, if you're allowing someone to pay in installments, awesome. You can quit. You don't have to participate. You can leave whenever it is that you want, but the payments will continue, or you can make a one-time lump sum payment of any balance which was outstanding. Now, the story that I went through 2 stories, one in each category. The first one had to do with a client who I was working with, a studio who came to me. They were already using their old agreements, so we redid all of their agreements. And I got an email. The client signed up, and like 2 days later, I got an email. They're like, hey, someone wants to cancel. early. They signed up for 12 months. They want to get out at 6 months. Can you help me? And I was like, wow, I don't remember seeing your agreement. Like, did we really draft this in 2 days? But I was like, sure, send me the information, the email. I see the contract the client was using was an old contract that did not outline any of this. I tried my best, but we lost. We lost. The person said, hey, look, you haven't included this information of what happens if we terminate early and what the different pricing is for the different months. Therefore, we're not paying the amount. And I told my client, I'm like, hey, this is just a tax for us to learn how to be better and how to get you the best legal documents and how to do things as best as possible. And we learned from it. And I'm also sharing this episode. And this is the reason why I'm telling that story. Because in that situation, if we were using our conscious counsel agreements, we would have been able to get paid. I could have got my client paid. They would keep that money. And that's what I want for everyone. Conversely, I was in a situation with a client who has a coaching program that they allow people to start, get all the materials, participate, get the coaching up front, and then payment comes over time. I think it's over a 6-month period. And this person canceled after 2 months and was saying, oh, click to cancel and I'm allowed to get out and all of these sort of things. And again, in this situation, I had not drafted the program agreement for my client. And again, we lost the money. My client lost 66% of the amount that they were owed because there was nothing that specifically said or alluded to any of that of, we're giving you everything up front. We're going to allow you to pay over time. In the event you cancel early, you can make a payment for the difference or you can continue in the installments. And it just didn't have that. And what the person was saying about click to cancel was totally wrong. But legally, we didn't have great agreements, and that's why we lose. And the reason why I want you to have all of this information and why I want to work with you and support you is because I want you to win. I want you to keep your money. I want you to have clarity over all this. So to take something a little bit confusing and again, just simplify it even more as we wrap things up. If you accept payments on a monthly basis, it's going to be in one of two models. One is going to be that it's a subscription, in which case someone has signed up for a period of time with an agreement of what they're going to receive. Click to cancel rules apply in the sense that they can back out whenever it is that they want, but your service agreement should outline specifically what happens if they terminate early, what the price difference is going to be, what a penalty is going to be, anything related to that. The second area where this applies is if you allow people to pay you in installments. So you give them everything up front. They receive all of the materials or all of the services up front. You allow them to pay over time. If they want to cancel, they can cancel, but they still have to pay that full amount. And legally, they agree that the price for the course or the services is X, and they have a certain amount of time to pay X. They don't have to continue using it. They can stop if they want. But what's more important is that you keep the money and that you explain, hey, we were just selling you something broken up into various periods, and click to cancel does not apply in this arena. So a lot of information. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that it makes sense for you. And just the other important thing with all of this is work with lawyers who understand you, who understand your business, who are able to support you, and who have a lot of experience in doing these sorts of things. At Conscious Counsel, there's 5 or 6 types of agreements that we've drafted literally thousands of times and supported so many clients with. And I love, love, love getting my clients results. I love getting my clients wins. I love supporting them. I want to set you up with the agreements that will help keep you protected, and I'm really excited to do so. So I hope that you enjoyed this episode. You can visit our website for more information, www.consciouscounsel.ca, and just come check us out. I really hope that you enjoyed the episode, and whatever it is that you do, make sure you work with a lawyer that loves you. Peace. Have a great week.